Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Mark Watch. I know today's is late, but I've been busy, but I still have to give you guys all that goodness. If you guys appreciate that, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if we get to 100 likes on this video. Subscribe if you're not already. About 36% of people are not subscribed, and today I hunted one of you down. You know who you are. So the other 36%, your day is coming, man. If you want to subscribe, last chance. Seriously, I actually did catch someone who I was buying off today who wasn't subscribed, but he recognized me. I was like, dude, you're not even subscribed. What? It was just so odd. So make sure you're subscribed. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And thank you to all my YouTube channel members. I always appreciate you guys. And if you guys want to alert me of any buyouts, you have any questions about the market, anything, let me know in the comment section below. I love hearing from you guys, as well as I can't catch every buyout. So some of you guys help pick up the slack, and I always really appreciate that. So with that being said, we're going to get right into Backshot Blast over here. So TEARLAMENT Rucalis at about $300. I'll be honest with you here, I really thought this was going to stay above 400 because TEARLAMENT, as we've seen in the last YCS, I believe it got 50%, 60% in some other areas. They're not even done with their best build yet, and they're already approaching almost Tier 0 status. So any event could put them in Tier 0 status. If some people are already considering it Tier 0. This is not bad for a $300 Starlight. Cartesia, the Virtuous Starlight Rare, $230. A lot of people looked at Incredible Ecclesia, and they thought to themselves, well, that didn't make the splash that we thought at 400, 450. This card shouldn't be worth as much either. $230 on her. Secret Lady Labyrinth here about 237, 238. Blackwing Dragon here is about 165. The issue with this card is it has the collecting side going for it because, hey, it's a Signer Dragon Starlight Rare. It's hard to grab. We should go grab this. People who wanted this card for their collection at a high rarity that didn't want to get the Ghost or they didn't really like the Ultimate Price now have a Starlight at 165. The issue is Stardust is playable and Black Rose is playable. Even in at least in older formats, you never know when Starlight Rose is going to pop up. I've had Black Rose dropped on me this year. But Blackwing Dragon wasn't even played back when it came out. So Mitsu, the Ninja here, about 75 here, going up to $80 here. For your Mitsu, the Insect Ninja, nobody wants this card, but I have seen it in person. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And you guys know Jake from Team Sakurasou actually does play Ninjas, if you didn't know. So we actually have to end up getting a playset of these somehow. Then Lubellion's here, about 75, 76. Pre-sales, these were about 70. This is one of the biggest chase cards of the set, and it's not... The other secrets, they're going to hold some value, but there's no big hitters like Lubellion. So I thought it was going to be around 65, 70, 80. If it drops, it's not going to be for too long. Next set's going to pick it right back up for sure. Stabilizing around 75 here. 53 listings, but you have a wall of 23 here for 74. That's not too bad for Lubellion. Now, Shatri Fenrir, right? This card, I'm going to be honest, this card's broken. Is this hype? I mean, we looked at how the last YCS went. This was in quite a few of the top 32 deck profiles. We've seen it showcase. We've seen what this does. And they're not even done getting support, right? I think this card is too much for an Ultra. And I can't... If you need this card, you're in a really bad spot. That's kind of what I have to say. I thought 40 was ridiculous. I'm looking at 60. That's really ridiculous. But the card is very strong. It's not just hype putting this card up to $60. The YCS really upped this. Blazing Cartesia, the Virtuous. People know that there is a branded fusion that's going to come out and use this card. So people aren't getting this. The Spire branded are always somewhat relevant. Like we saw one spot in the top 32 of the YCS, which I'm going to start trying to cover events more on this channel. So hopefully you enjoy that. So people are holding this one, not bad. Rucalis at like 19, 20. You need like one of these, I think. If you need two, you guys could correct me. I know that you only play one of the other one now, but you play one, maybe two max here. Everyone's getting boxes. Not everyone's playing TEARLAMENT. I think $20 is fair. Same thing with Spright. Sprint, $18. That's a very fair price. Then you have Spellbound here at $16. I told you guys this card was going to drop. It's probably going to keep dropping. It's just people know that this shouldn't be a single-digit secret rare for now. Then you have Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle at 13. I see her going down, honestly. You got Ignis Phoenix, the Draco Slayer. Apparently, people were playing this deck at the YCS. Which is like shocking. They got all their cards. They knew the exact build, all that, which is great. So $13 here, not bad for a secret rare. But then you have these super rare buy set Magna Hunts at $12. Look, I think this is ridiculous for a super rare. I'm at the point where if you're looking for Shatri Law and Bystid cards, you might as well just get a box. I'm not saying that because this is a great box to get per se. I'm just saying where if you have to pay 60 for an ultra rare and 12 for a super rare, you might as well get a box or two and just see where it takes you. As awful as that sounds, like I would not be paying this. You have World Sea Dragons at 750, still surprisingly low for what this card could be in the future. Very good card. If you actually want to grab a copy, might not be too bad. You got Destructive Dharma Karma Cannon, a trap trick target, by the way, at 750. Very good card, and people understand how good this is. That's why this card's not dropping. I saw them for 3s on pre-sale, and I was like, man, people should really buy. Very quickly, on the topic of pre-sale, a lot of people want me to go over Magnificent Maidens. Honestly, I took a look at the pre-sales on TCG Player, and honestly, they were really bad. I looked at other sites, and they were just so much better that it feels like I'm just going over fake numbers, and that's just a waste of time for you guys. So that's why we're not going over it. If it gets to a normal level, possibly we'll cover it somehow, somewhere. Now, Shatri Unicorn at 750. I think that this is a very good card to pick up right now because if Fenrir could be 60, Unicorn could be 15, especially on the next set. So if you don't have your Fenrirs and you're like, man, I'm thinking about picking up Shatri Law, do me a favor. Pick up your play set of Unicorn. At the very least, if you just sit on a play set of Unicorn, that way, if you decide you want to play or you really want it, you already have half your engine. And if this goes up, you don't have to pay even more for ultra rares. Secret Rare Muckracker from the Underworld, $4 to $5. This card's not that great, to be honest, but I'm holding hope that this card's going to go up because of Tour Guide Structure Deck or Tour Guide support, because we did get teased that a while ago, and we ended up getting an Ice Barrier Structure Deck. You guys have heard this many, many times, but it's just annoying. $4 for your Blackwing, Sudri the Phantom Glimmer. I don't know why. I haven't seen anyone play this or want this card, but hey, $4. Duraworm at about $3 here. Majesty Pegasus Draco Slayer at like 2.5. 2.5 for your Golem Spear. It's hilarious how these the second best Bystid super rare, not the first one, the second one is worth more than ultras and secrets in this set. You got Blackwing Assault Dragon at about $1. You got the Goatee card at about $1 here. Vera at about $1. You got the Bystid Avalos at about $1. I think they only play one copy max, if even, on this. Serenor is about cheap, about $1 there. And then everything else is very just low in this set. It's not worth too much here. But overall, Darkwing Blast is a set that has a couple broken cards, right? Or very meta-relevant cards, I should say. I'm going to say Fenrir is broken. I'm going to stay on that. But overall, the set is kind of average, if you really think about it. Like, it's really all the strength is in, like, 3-4 cards. Like, if any of these cards came out in our set, that set would have been called overpowered or busted. Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres is skyrocketing right over here. You have near mints here for about $10, going up to about $13, $14 here, quickly going up to $20. This is the original print, by the way, with the Ghost of the Past copies at about $8, going up to around $10 over here. Why this card is going up? Easy. Bystid. Bystid are trying to use this card. What it does is you return a face-up card on the field to the opponent's hand by tributing this. And you tribute one monster, but you're tributing this, let's be honest. And then you're able to special summon a dragon monster from your hand or your deck. So not only is it an interrupt, but you get one of your Bystid cards on your turn, and then you get an effect as well. Really good card with Bystid. It's not going up because of Dragon Link. Every Dragon Link player's probably had their copy for like 3-4 years at this point. Ipira over here, if you guys don't know why this card is bought out, Spright are using this. Not only are they getting the draw on their turn, but they're able to special summon this on your turn, right? So they're just constantly going +1 essentially, and then they're able to link this off either into Elf or any other level 2. I've seen Spright Runic builds playing it as well. The card, $11 here, going up to $13. It's not that this card is the problem. When I faced Spright Runic, I think them going +4 is the problem. Oh, we just get to recycle and draw 3. Wow, what a great card, man. Runic, and the Runic I don't even think is done getting all their support, which is insane to me. But yeah, Secret Hyperia's $10 to $12. If you want to play the best version of Spright, you need this card. Chaos Space here, super rare. People are picking this up not only for Bystid, but this card was always on the radar. I don't even know why it didn't get sent off to the moon at least once at this point, but you want super rares, you're looking at $18, $19 for your super rares. You know, this card desperately needs a reprint. Toon Chaos, in reality, they've just been skipping over reprints. Like, this is a very legacy set. Like, this set's been out for 3 years, and I don't know if they've touched anything in this set. So, yeah. Not even the Infernobles got reprinted yet, which is, like, odd to me here. So, will this card get reprinted? Honestly, I think this is a set that Konami is going to reprint, if anything, one card at a time. This is just what you're paying, sadly. Super Polymerization, Tournament Pack 14 here. Ultimate Rares are about 118 or 120 here. Secret Rares, or just any other version here. Secret Rares are about $28 from Legendary Collection 2. For first editions, mind you here. First editions are actually more than $28. I lied. I apologize. 35 for near mint. Light plays are 30. You know what's really funny about this card? Is I remember when every version was dipping, I'm like, people are going to understand how good this card is. You're going to want to pick it back up. Dual Devastators. Light plays are 12s. Golds are 12s. Commons are 12s. Rares are 15s. I mean, the card is insane. And a lot of people say, oh, well, it's not that good this format because it doesn't help you out the board. And I never really realized that. All I know is that this card, depending on how tier end, you might not be able to activate Super Poly. Although, in my honest opinion, you could just figure out a way to normal summon something because you could use your own monsters with Super Poly. It's just optimal you use all your opponent's stuff. If it helps you out the board, it helps you out the board. So, I've seen people change Super Poly to their own stuff to chain block as well, right? The card's absolutely broken in my opinion, right? Super Poly is a very good card if you want to play right now. It helps you get rid of 2 cards that your opponent has. Could be possibly 2 interruptions. And depending on what they have on board, whatever you Super Poly into can help you beat over something and force another interruption or just get rid of another card on the field. So Super Poly is really good this format. It's not a lot of cards like Lava Golem, Sphere Mode have fallen out of favor, at least right now. But Super Poly is still a good card. I'm still gonna stick to that. Magician's Souls here, Legendary Duelist Magical Hero. About $28 here for your OGs. Honestly, do not get the reprint version. 28 for your originals. I think these are what, 27. I know people don't understand the difference between original print and a third reprint, apparently. These cards should not be tied in price. If you have Legendary Duelist Season 3, sell yours immediately and go grab originals, all right? Maybe it costs you an extra $1 or $2, but you're going to have a much more valuable card down the line. As well as, I think the OG Ultra looks a little better as an Ultra than this copy. You have Secret Rares here at about 28. Look, yes, it's a reprint, but at least this card looks gorgeous, Secret Rare, as well. You know, why are you getting an Ultra Rare that's a reprint for the same price as the original Ultra Rare? That makes 0 sense to me. Baron de Flirt. Now, people are saying that this card is getting reprinted, or it's been announced, or it's been leaked, or whatever. I haven't seen that. I've seen a leak, but not really credible here. $87. People are ending on Baron less, but people understand how good of a card this is, especially because I just don't see Konami giving us another legendary duelist season with how bad this is. Either we're gonna have another hidden arsenal situation where players just aren't gonna buy it, right? I don't care what cute little dice they give, what cute little promo, unless the promos are so busted, they're not gonna do it. Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord over here. 2 level 8 monsters, once per turn you detach material from this card. Tribute any number of monsters from your hand or side of the field, and destroy an equal amount of cards on the field. Non-targeting multiple destruction. As a generic rank 8, they didn't make this 2 level 8 dragons for some odd reason. I thought they did because a lot of Heretic cards have that dragon clause, but just not this one. Well, if you want first eds, you have first light play for $3.50 here. That's not too bad. First ed near mints for $4 only. You want to see 4, it goes up to 7 over here, goes up to 10, but you only have 14 listings for near mints. Lightly played, you get an extra 9 copies here, which isn't too bad, but it does quickly go up regardless. I would probably end up grabbing this card. I know Heretics are getting some support in the future, but I don't know how good it is. I don't even know if we know it yet, but good generic rank level 8. Original printing was 10 plus years ago, and Heretics were meta relevant even though it was a short time. They were. A Tomb over here, which is just a generic good card for dragons if they have a level 6 to make it, because just special summons a dragon, right? And then you're able to link off, get more effects, do whatever. Well, this card first editions here are almost bought out for non-slobbered versions. 369, 124 here. Okay. Then going to about $8, $9.10 over here. That's kind of insane. If you guys just want this card though, because it's a good card, I don't know how good of a penny stonk. Well, it won't be a good penny stonk, but you need this card, 20, 30 cents. The super, is it worth getting? I don't really think so personally, just because people would rather get an ultra rare instead of like an OG super. People don't care about that unless it's a tournament pack for the most part. And this card can't be really, as it is not a good investment, I should say, because, well, we have Ghost of the Past as its last printing, right? Ghost of the Past, all these ultras are highly scattered, right? It's very hard for this card to go up. But then Dual Power, which is a very successful set that was also heavily printed, has this as an ultra as well, right? So nobody's going to run through these copies. So if you're looking at this at ultras, be like, I should get some ultras. If you're going to use the card, get it. If you're not, don't bother. Number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon here. First editions here, because we do not care about unlimiteds. There's only 13 listings, and that includes the mods and the plays as well. When we go light play near mints, you have $6, $6, $7 here. Okay, going up to $13, and nobody even has 2 copies. We literally have the 8 listings over here. We go no near mint, there's 3 near mints, right? If you guys want this card, especially because we are getting Photon Hypernova, this is an original printing of Lord Attack in a Galaxy, a set that actually power crept the game, just like Duelist Alliance, just a little less talked about, as well as an impossible set to find. Might want to go grab this while you can. You got a few copies left, and honestly, this card, I see it hitting 15 to 20 easily. Because it really isn't a bad card. Dark Magician Girl, Ghost Rare. So my boy Jimmy Haw, shouts to you, told me, hey, this card looks really cheap for what it is. Even though this product quality is garbage. Lightly plates are $198. Near mints are about $254. Which, look, if I get near mint and it looks slightly played, I'm just gonna get irritated because I don't know how what every near mint seller is doing here per se. Are they saying it's near mint because, oh well, all Ghost Rares have this, so it's near mint for this card, or are they actually understanding the correct way of, hey, the card should be light play, but for a light play 200, this card's going to go up regardless. I don't have interest in collecting this card because I would rather have, and if I was somehow forced to play this card, I would rather play the Lost Art than this Ghost Rare. I have zero interest in this, but this card is definitely a card that is going to creep up over time. If you ever wanted these, $200 is way cheaper than anyone thought these were going to be. Not a bad pick. What is this card? Okay, guess we'll never know. Denko Seka, Battles of Legends here. Someone said these were slowly going up, which is funny because one of the only cards that's playing set cards right now, obviously Tyr might have their 1 or 2 sets. That's great, but when it's activating from hand, but there are mind decks running about $3 here, 4. If you're playing, get some type of Mystic Mind Burn or something of the sort. This card literally just wins you the game. Just boop. Normal summon it. They can't get past this. This card is also very good in general because if you don't need your normal summon, while you control no set spell traps, your player can set spell traps or activate them. So it includes set as well, which is really good here. So if you're not planning on setting a card, this just walks your opponent out for macro, which is really good here. $4 for secret rares are still very, very cheap. Upstart Goblin from Turtle Pack Booster 8. You got lightly plates here for about 55, 55, 56-ish right over here. They are going up, granted. Near mints are about 75 here, so... I mean, there's a good difference between light play and near mint, actually. If you actually want to save some money and you want to play with the card, getting a light play for $20 cheaper isn't too bad. I personally love this version. I got one when they were $30 just because back when I used to play this game a lot more, I struggled hitting the 40 mark, whereas now I'm like, how do I cut this to 40? Someone asked me, is this card ever going to come to 3? Absolutely not. This card essentially just allows you to play 37 cards. That's what it does. You have Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's rolled though. Okay. First editions here are about lightly plates for about 720, 850 here. Near mints. How much are near mints here? In fact, we'll just put filters on like usual. Near mints on the next page are about $11 here. If you run Upstart a lot, this is a gorgeous ultra rare. I can't tell everyone to get the Turtle Pack version, but I can tell you this will just age quite nicely, being not only the higher rarity, because, well, it's a super rare, but not not only being the highest rarity, but being one of the only holo versions. Because besides these two, yes, we do have the Secret Slayer Super, which I told people was a great penny stock at like, it wasn't even $1. It was like 70, 80 cents. I said, look, these will go to $3 eventually. They're like $2 here, and they always sell. So if anyone got tired, they need some money off this, but it was a good penny stock to have. 1 day a piece super rares are $11, $13.50 here. If you're running any sort of mill deck or any sort of deck that just stalls in some way capacity, 1 day a piece literally lets you live a turn, no damage, right, including burn, and lets you draw a card, right? So it's like a 1 day, it's like Upstart Goblin, but with a better effect if you're playing some type of stall version. So seeing how this card doesn't even have that many printing in general, it also has the common over here at like $1, going up to 2s, honestly. In fact, if we go non-slobber copies and we go light play Near Mint first edition, 16 listings, this card goes up very, very quickly. Then for the last card we have today is Solemn Judgment from OTS Tournament Pack 12 here. I told people to grab these at 100, 105, 120 right now, going to 130. So I still think this card could match Solemn Strike. So if you guys do not have your copy, I would definitely grab it. I also want to go over one more card in this smartwatch before we go. Also, I'll be having a live stream tomorrow, so make sure to go to be here 10 p.m. Central. 65 for your CRs. Secret rares are, well, maximum gold alternate arts are $3. That's, I actually, look, I know a lot of people don't like gold. The gold works here. I actually would run the gold more than the ultra rare for the alternate art. You have ultra rares at 3/4 here. You have the premium golds here about $1. And then you have these rares kind of creeping up as well. Let's see what secret rares are. First and mints are about 13. Spright Runic builds have been playing this, as well as the Nightmare package in general has been picking up some speed. $14, $15 for your OG secret rares. I told people to grab this at 10. Very good card. I love it because it kind of reminds me of the mosaic glass you see when you enter like a church, or at least when I went to church. That's what this card somewhat reminds me of, like the background. So I always love this artwork. Like, this is probably one of my favorite Lake Monsters art-wise in the game. It just looks so beautifully crafted and drawn. Like, the amount of love that went in this card is absolutely insane. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's Market Watch. If you did, smash that like button. Subscribe if you have not already. Buy any cards off TCG Player, please use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to know there's cost you. Thank you to all my YouTube channel members. If you guys want to consider being a YouTube channel member, it's always appreciated. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.